I've come at things differently because of having a studio all these years, you know, for like 45 years.
Yeah. And I thought the comment that you made about Roy Orbison's Only the Lonely, and that being an incredibly daunting thought, to go into a studio with all these players and a great singer.
Absolutely astonished me when I'd be like about 13 when I first heard Only the Lonely, the record of it. And then, having spent a good deal of time with Roy, got to be his friend and his co-writer, I'm just eternally grateful for that. Not internally, eternally so. And it was just a marvellous experience to hang out with a voice like that, and such a sweet man as Roy. He was a beautiful guy. And I can only say it was like, you know, a total pleasure. All the people I've worked with George and Tom and Joe, all great musicians, great people, and that's usually, and Paul, of course, yeah, and the Beatles. It's because they're great that they are nice people, I think. After I've just spent all these years working with all these great people and really practicing up on me production and everything like that, and musicality, I listen to these old ELO tracks, and you know, I'd hear them on the radio, or I'd play them just for a crack to listen, and I'd go, there's something ain't quite right about that. Either got the wrong sound on something, you know, that most things didn't sound quite right to me, and having had all these years more, I should say, to get it right, to get production right, I thought I'll have a go at Mr. Blue Sky first and see what I can do with that. And I did it, and it came out really well, so I was very pleased about that. And
it seems to be lots of layering. There's
oh yeah, depending on the actual song, of course,
yes, yeah,
how much you need buried in.
Right. Oh. Well, that's also the genesis. If I'm not, I'm interested because Tom Petty's quoted in the film as thinking that your three favorite artists may have been Del Shannon, Roy Orbison, and the Beatles. What is it about those three in particular that inspired you?
I think it was the trousers at first. It wasn't the trousers. I'm not telling the truth. It's obviously beautiful voices that I loved of theirs. You know, I loved Del's voice first. He was my first hero of my own because I had older sisters, and they all loved Elvis, of course, and all the ones that came before.
And I mean, you obviously talk about this in the film, but when you got the call to work on Free as a Bird and Real Love, your first reaction was,
help! I didn't know what to think because, you know, I hadn't actually heard the cassette yet, and then I think George sent it to me. And when I heard the cassette, I thought, what the hell can you do with that? You know, because it really was like a mono cassette. It was with John singing to the piano all at a time, because that's what you do when you're just writing a song. You don't bother to keep it, you know, make it all concise and perfect. You're just trying to get the melody down and the chords, just as a note.